Hey guys, it's Zach from Taylor Voice Innovation Studios, and for today's episode of Singing Secrets, we're gonna talk about power. When we talk about power, we're referring to how belty or impressive a singer can sound. Now, most of the time, when a less experienced singer is attempting to obtain more power in the voice, they add volume or more air to their sound. While they may gain some literal volume, they're probably going to end up yelling and putting themselves at risk of damaging their voice. Instead of more air, what we need is vocal resonance. Now, as a quick disclaimer, you wouldn't expect to go to the gym and lift 200 pounds of weight when you haven't even trained to lift 50. It's the same for the voice. A singer should not expect to be able to produce extreme amounts of power in their voice until they've properly built the muscle groups associated with singing. That being said, here are 3 quick ways that you can gain some power or resonance while simultaneously going to the vocal gym and building your voice's muscles. The left side and the right side of your vocal folds haven't been being very nice to each other. The only way to fix this is to bring them together and clear the air. Anyways, if you have a breathy tone, you are missing out on tons of power. Why? Because when we're breathy, even if we're loud while being breathy, our sound is dull like a napkin. Have you ever tried cutting a steak with a napkin? It doesn't work. We need a sound that is clear and cuts like a knife to effectively gain power and eat steak. One way to get your voice clear of air is by finding your vocal fry, that kind of groggy voice you have when you first wake up. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I just want to go back to bed kind of voice. Once you found your vocal fry, try sliding with it into your middle voice, like so. The important point is to keep the vocal fry in the voice even when you're higher in the voice, rather than going where I let go of the pressure, I keep it. Once you have that part down, if you've kept the vocal fry and stayed relaxed throughout, you will find that your tone is perfectly clear. That's because vocal fry is the smallest amount of air you can possibly put through your voice and still make sound, meaning that you don't have any left over to escape and make your tone breathy. The second way of improving your power is to drop your larynx. While I'm not going to go into explicit detail about how the larynx works in this video, in the interest of time, we can talk about how to manipulate it to reach our goal. My favorite example of how to raise or to make a high larynx sound is the SpongeBob voice.
Gary, let's go to the Krusty Krab!
The low larynx, the type of laryngeal manipulation we need for power, could be represented by maybe a less breathy version of Patrick from SpongeBob.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Now we want the less breathy version of that. So instead of with all the air, we'd have, is mayonnaise an instrument? Low larynx without the air. Using the lowered larynx gives us a boomier or bigger sound without having to increase our volume. Paired with the third way of gaining power, which is simply to drop your jaw, will allow us to get that big belty sound that we all know and love. You know, the kind of sound. This one is pretty simple and straightforward. If you have more space for your voice to resonate, you will sound much louder without actually having to increase your volume. Now, let me show you, referring back to the Whitney Houston song, some examples of improving my vocal power just by using these 3 quick ways. The biggest thing to take away from today's video is that power does not equal volume. We can keep an easy and manageable amount of volume or amount of air used, and just through resonance alone, we are able to greatly improve our vocal power. And with that, thanks so much for tuning in today. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our channel for more free vocal content and your weekly episode of Singing Secrets. Check out the links in the description to find our website, book a lesson with one of our certified teachers, or contact TVIS with any other questions you might have. Thanks again, and as always, we look forward to helping you build your voice so you can share it with the world.